Hi everyone, welcome back to TS Talk Sport. Just doing a preview of our FA Cup semi-final game against Manchester City. Obviously both teams coming off the back of 2-1 victories. Obviously Man City beating Bournemouth 2-1 at home, and Arsenal coming off the back of the surprise victory against Liverpool at home. And for me, going into this game, I'd probably stick with the majority of the same squad. For me, I'd bring obviously Aubameyang back into the starting lineup, and Cedric's cup tied, and I doubt Arteta's going to start Ainsley Maitland-Niles. So I'd probably expect to see Bellerin come in there, but I think we've got an opportunity here to get to an FA Cup final. At the end of the day, it's been a very bad season. Starting off the season with Unai Emery. I didn't think many Arsenal fans expected it to go the way it has. I think many people would be expecting us to be sitting somewhere comfortably around third or second and, really doing stuff. And, this is the only thing that can kind of give us any limelight out of the season. Obviously, not looking likely, very unlikely to qualify for the Europa League. And I think it's actually probably impossible now to qualify for the Champions League. Got knocked out of the Europa League. Obviously knocked out of the Carabao Cup, and this is it now. This is the only thing now that can obviously bring some limelight to our season, to get to an FA Cup final and, potentially win a trophy. It would be some sort of limelight in what hasn't been a good season. But, for me, Man City's going to be a tough game. I've seen some of those Man City players talking, and, for them now it's about trying to ideally do the treble. They've won the Carabao Cup. For them is to go for the FA Cup and hopefully the Champions League. And, I think if they was to do that, as much as they'll be disappointed about their performance in the Premier League, I think overall they would, still class it to be a decent season. But, I'm not too sure about the Champions League. They still got that second leg game to play against Real Madrid. But, more on Arsenal's sake, I think we looked better. We look good with the back three. I can see how it's kind of adapted at times. At times it's like we're playing with four. And, I just think as much as we did well defensively as a unit, especially in that second half against Liverpool, I think one thing we definitely need to do is create more chances. Because when you look at it, we got the two goals off the two mistakes, which was good from us because it came from the high press. With the opportunity right towards the end, which Willock really should have, he should have put that away. I went on Twitter and said, if that was Emile Smith-Rowe as an example of another young player, I said for me that's in the back of the net, hands down. But, other than that, there wasn't many much clear-cut chances we created, and we're going to need to create chances in this game to have an opportunity to win the game. But, I'm going to be confident. I'm going to go for another victory. I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory in this game, and I'm going to get straight into my starting 11. Staying in goal, Emi Martinez. I think his distribution was a bit dodgy at times against Liverpool, but I'm sure that hopefully he doesn't make any dodgy mistakes in this game. I'm going to stick with the same back three from the other night of Holden, David Luiz and Tierney. I think Holden did really well when he came in, and for me the way I see it is if you come in, you have a good game, you stay in the side. So that's how I see it, simple as that. Saka, I believe, to play off that that left wing back side, I think there's definitely a role that he's going to be able to do there, and get up and down that left hand side and link up with the likes of Aubameyang. I think it's going to be quite handy for us. Off that right hand side, Hector Bellerin, obviously Cedric, he's cup tied for the FA Cup, and I can always sense that if Arteta's got a choice to pick between Hector Bellerin and Ainsley Maitland-Niles, for me, I think he would start with Hector Bellerin. And also the thing with Maitland-Niles, at times he can be brought on as a player to play numerous of positions. So I think he's more likely he will start the game on the bench. Going into the midfield, I'm going to go with Xhaka and Ceballos. Obviously, Torreira started the other day. You can see he's not at full match fitness. There's a couple of times he's literally challenging air. But, we know the sort of quality that Torreira brings. But at the moment, Xhaka and Tobias are doing the job in the middle of the park, and I don't see any reason as to why we should break that up right now. So I'll stick with those two. And then going into the front three, for me, I'm going to go with Pepe, Laka, and Aubameyang. I know some people might think, maybe Reece Nelson, he just scored that goal in the last game, confidence. For me, I'd keep Nelson on the bench and maybe him as someone to make an impact. At the end of the day, we're playing in a semi-final. I know some people might say, maybe put one of the Laka or a Pepe or so on the bench, or just as an impact, and now start with your best side. And if need be, then we will have to look at the likes of Nelson. I know we haven't really got much other attacking options on the bench at the moment because Nketiah is still banned. But maybe this is where you just load up your bench with the likes of a Trey Cole. I've been speaking about him a lot recently. He's training with the first team. I'm sure he must can get an opportunity just to be on the bench in a big game like this. I looked at our bench the other day, and there's literally a majority of the benches, defence and defensive minded midfielders. So I probably expect the bench to have the likes of Matt Macy, Mustafi, Kolasinac, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, as I said, Torreira, Joe Willock, Reece Nelson. And then, there's still space on there, so that's why I say someone like a Traco, someone with an attacking mind frame. But, it's up to Arteta to do the job, and hopefully he can actually get one over Man City this time. And, obviously when we played them a few weeks ago, we lost 2 players to injury quite quickly, and then obviously David Luiz had an absolute shit show. So, hopefully David Luiz as well wants to make an amends for that and, really prove himself. We know David Luiz, unfortunately, is not going to turn around now and turn out to be, one of the best centre-halves in the world. But, for personal pride, hopefully he wants to get redemption against Man City in this game for the calamity performance he had when we played him a few weeks ago. So, that's my thoughts on it. I'm being confident. I'm going with a 2-1 win. And, I'd be grateful if you let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what your starting 11 would be, and your score predictions. And that's it from me. In the description will be my Instagram, my Twitter. So if you're not already following them, follow them now. And I'll catch you next time. Peace.